Hi, gorgeous hearts. Hi, beautiful beings of love light. Well, today I wanted to share with you an experience of mine because everything I share pretty much is from my experience, my inner wisdom, my inner knowing. But this was when I had two Mercury based fillings removed, two from my molars. And so before I decided to do that, or just before I actually had them removed, I researched, and before I had them removed, I started a heavy metal detox. This was a naturopathic based one. I went to the naturopath and actually got the products from her, and I think I started it maybe a couple of weeks before I had the fillings taken out, removed. And they were amazing. They were truly amazing. So, and I have proof at how well they actually worked post filling removal. So we know that mercury is heavy metal that's in us when we have those fillings, and that it is not, it's not such a healthy thing for our body, for us spiritually, our pineal gland, all of those things on many, many levels for our health and well-being. So I had them both removed, and what I noticed, and was continuing with the heavy metal detox, but what I noticed very, very soon after the fillings were removed was an increased vividness of my dreams, an increased remembrance, dream recollection of my dreams. Now, I have strategies that I do use for dream recollection and dream remembering, because it's very important to remember our dreams, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. However, what I noticed was the vividness of the dreams, and I was remembering more dreams that I had in my dream time. I was remembering them more clearly, more vividly, and I was, and so many of them as well, not just remembering maybe one or two dreams in the night. I was remembering quite a bit that came through. So that was something that I noticed that I wasn't actually, I wasn't aware that might happen, but I had spoken to people since, and they said that actually similar thing happened to them when they had mercury-based fillings removed from their teeth as well. So there's an interesting thing. Now, the heavy metal detox, I continued that for I think another couple of weeks after post removal of the fillings as well. And how I know that really worked, the actual removal of the fillings was not very dramatic. It was quite easeful for me, as my experience with the person that I went to. So, maybe you're thinking about having some fillings removed, been considering it and doing your research. So this is the reason I'm sharing my experience, and also, what actually happened after that. So the heavy metal detox I continued for another couple of weeks, as I said, and then about 3 or 4 months later, I had a hair analysis done. And I had to wait that amount of time to get the amount of hair growth that was needed, fresh hair growth that was needed straight from the roots of the head. to have that hair analysis done. It was quite a considerable amount of hair that got sent over to the United States, to North America, for testing, I believe. And so that was done, and so I had to wait a while for those results. However, when they came back, it actually showed how amazing the products were that I had used for the detoxification of the heavy metals. So, and that was minimal, the actual metal load, heavy metal load from other metals, and also from that mercury was actually really very low. So that's really, really awesome. And the other thing that came through with that, it also measured like trace minerals and all of those sorts of things in my body. They give the hair analysis, because it is taken over a length of time, gives a very comprehensive overview of what's going on with you, so with us, physically as well, and has lots of answers. So I thoroughly recommend that, if that's something that you're drawn to doing. And also, as I said, I'm sharing the mercury removal as my experience. I'm not saying it's something that you need to get done or anything like that, but do your research if you are considering it. And this is my experience, and as far as I'm concerned, it was well worth it, because the fact even as well that more remembering of my dreams and the vividness of my dreams, I know that that's really, really helpful for me in everyday life. Because as we know, in our dream time, we're working through scenarios and situations maybe from just our daily life or past, but we're also working through we're learning about past life things. We're also getting guidance, and we're also learning. So there was so much that I know that came through that was definitely more pronounced and more vivid for me. So there we go. That was my experience of having my two mercury based fillings removed. And that is all I have today for you. It is all I have today for you. And I'm just sending you so much love. And I hope that in some way that, there might be something that you take from this little video. That is my intention. But I'm sending you love with it anyway as you listen. From my heart to yours. I'm Jeanna Marie Orr. And I will see you again soon.